Hello. Good afternoon. Okay, so I'm actually holding my phone tonight or this afternoon. It's shoot, I can't read it. My thing says pause because I'm in the middle of watching one of my recorded shows. But anyway, there has got to be something messed up with me because I keep trying to keep in contact with my family, right? Well, okay, so I've got a younger brother who's just living for himself. He wants to be homeless. He has no problem with just being homeless. I don't know. That's just what he wants to do. Doesn't want to talk to me because I won't give him money. And, I don't know. I guess I really wasn't a very good sister. I don't know. I have a younger sister who moved down to Texas. The abridged version is we kicked her out of the house because she was doing drugs and she assaulted me while she was plastered drunk. She got us kicked out of the bar actually. So then she was telling everyone that. Well, anyway, that's not the abridged version if I'm going to tell the whole story. Okay, so anyway, she lives in Texas. And then I've got my dad and my stepmom, and neither of them want to talk to me because I, in quotes, had to open my big mouth about my brother when I was like 6 or 7. He touched me in places that were not appropriate, and he did that multiple times. At that age, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to believe. I didn't know what to think. I mean, I was like 6 or 7. I remember going down there innocently the first time because I wanted to talk to him about Transformers because I think the TV upstairs is being used, and he had a TV in his room because we all thought that was cool too. And he was watching Transformers, and I really liked Transformers back then. So I wanted to watch Transformers, and I remember looking through I could have swore he had comic books of Transformers, but I could be wrong. But I do remember there was a box of sorry, I'm going to just lay back. Even though now you get to see my real big chin. But anyway, long story short, my dad is like pissed at me because I had he was like talking about how wonderful my older brother is, and he's going fishing and all this other stuff about, he's going fishing with him, and it's like, wow, yeah, you do all this stuff for somebody who is like a grimy person. Not to mention he's also a sex offender already because he was sexual with, I guess, some underage person when he was married to his second wife or something. I don't know. Doesn't matter because that was in the past. I mean, we had issues because I couldn't come over to my house or to my parents' house if my brother was there because I have kids and he can't be there. So it was always like I'm being punished because my brother has to be a part of our life, and oh no, I have kids, so let me put everything on hold because you decided to touch younger people, underage people. It's like, whatever. Anyway, I don't know. I feel like ranting right now because I'm so angry. So then on like Saturday, I get a text from my sister in Texas, and she's like, hey, we're grilling out tonight. And I actually didn't know it was her because it just came up as random text with picture with 3 other people. So it was that I eventually found, because I text, who is this? And she's like, it's your sister. Well, she said her name, but it's your sister. And I was like, I instantly triggered. I was mad because she hadn't talked to me in months, and now she's back with her deadbeat boyfriend or husband, who's no good for her. I find out she's still using drugs, and the reason why she got her freaking kids taken away from her, and she's just using drugs again. And she's sitting there whining about, oh, well, I'm like my mom. Well, yeah, if you're gonna act like that, you are like mom. Why can't she just get, I don't know. She's sick, I guess. So no sicker than me, man. I had to deal with realizing I'm an alcoholic just like my mom. I can't just have one beer. It's never been a thing for me to just have one beer. But anyway, I'm trying to stay on topic here. I'm fighting my ADD. Okay, so all right, so I get that text on Saturday, and I get a separate text. So I thought it was my sister, and she's like, well, the first thing is, what the fuck? And I'm like, wow, some Southern or some Texas hospitality that is, being all sweary right off the bat, and or something snipey comment like that is what I made. Because quite honestly, I'm quite mad. My sister hasn't really been a part of my life for the last year and a half. She doesn't know the struggles or the issues I've had with trying to live a healthier life, the struggles of being sober, the issues of trying to deal with friends who lied to me constantly, still used, and basically ruined our friendship. She doesn't understand any of that stuff from my life because she doesn't care. It's only all about her and her only, and so anyway, I'm texting this person because I thought it was my sister, and yeah, and then they text me. Who the hell is this? I think is what they said, and I'm like, you're not my sister. Why the hell are you talking to me? Oh, and then I didn't hear anything back from that person. So then I texted my sister and my dad because the three numbers, okay, so it was my sister was one of the numbers. My dad was the one of the, so there were four numbers. My sister, my dad, myself, and that other person that I was just saying that had texted me, what the fuck, that person. So, I texted my sister and my dad asking who that other person was, and neither of them respond yesterday or today. So I got up enough balls today and said to my dad, I was like, you're just going to keep being silent because of what happened with me and my older brother when we were kids. And he's like, you should have just kept your big mouth shut. And it's like, the first thing I thought of was, that's what men tell women who they want to keep silent. That's what rapists tell women. You should have kept your big mouth shut. Or a victim of rape, they'll hear that as a thing of, you should have just kept your big mouth shut. Things would have been better if you hadn't said anything. Or, and it's like, why does the victim get to be the person you get to be angry at? I mean, I didn't want my brother to do things to me as a kid. And I go weekly to my sobriety meetings. I go weekly. Bi-weekly they do a lesson, and I apply that lesson. I take that lesson and I try to apply it to something in my life that I can try to work on. We just haven't got to a young case of sexual abuse yet. So but anyway, he's acting like it's an easy thing to just forgive. And yeah, granted, it has been, let's see, I'm almost 40, so 30 years, 35 years, 30-ish plus years. Let's just say 30 plus years. Let's just call it that. But it's not easy. I don't know if he's the reason why I don't like men touching me. I don't like men. I mean, I'm okay with a handshake, but I'm not okay with men I don't know. I mean, I'm okay with a handshake from a person. Like if I'm applying for a job and they want you to shake hands, I'm okay with that kind of a scenario. But out at like a social event, like out at the bar or things like that where it's a social event. I don't like people touching me, especially men. I have no idea if that's because of that or if that's just because I'm a freaking weirdo. I don't know. um Not to mention nobody wants to really talk to me anyway, because have you seen me? I'm not the prettiest tool in the shed. But anyway, so it's just been kind of a crappy altogether kind of, I sit home and I stew in my thoughts, and it's like, what do I do? I want my family in my life. I would love to have my sister move back up here so we can do things on like the weekends. We could go, I could help her get a job. I could help her get sober, things like, I would like her to be sober. My sister's awesome when she's sober. She's actually pretty awesome when she's, well, no, she's not. She's not a very good drunk. She gets kind of mean when she's drinking. My kids like to tease me about how I get real stupid and funny and crap like that when I drink. And I said, I would rather take a person who gets funny, stupid, like we went and played Minecraft one time and I just got completely trashed that night. And my kids just made fun of me because I was like, woo, because we were doing a Minecraft parkour, and I was impressed that I was able to get to the second platform of some whatever. And apparently my kids gave up on me after a while. But anyway, see, I would rather have to deal with somebody like that than somebody who gets angry and snippy at any opportunity when they get drunk, But anyway, I don't know why I talked about that. So it's just been kind of an annoying kind of day, even though I had an awesome yesterday. Yesterday was a beautiful day. I was able to get up my Halloween decorations, part of my Halloween decorations. I still got to do the other half. Got some window paint. Oh, wait, I think I might still have window paint. Actually, I think I've used some of the window paint. Whoops. I was trying to hold my camera differently and I put my thumb over the thing. But I have window paint that I use on the windows when it's kind of a pill to get off when it's winter time, or when it's, around this, when it gets time to taking the window paint off, like in the winter, fall, because your windows are freaking cold. So when you're washing your windows, they ice up on you and just is not pleasant. So I may look around, because I do have window clings or whatever you want to call them, window stickers, repealable ones. But anyway, this video is 13 minutes long, so it's going to take me a while to upload it. But my whole point is, you should have kept your big mouth shut is not something I wanted to hear. I don't care if he meant it not the way that I took it, but you don't get to tell somebody who obviously told you that something sexual happened to him as a kid. You don't get to say that, because I said, I'm trying to work on things. I go weekly to a meeting where I want to, I learn ways on how I can better help myself, like I'm learning to write a list to who to make an amends to, who I should forgive, where they fit on that category, where I need to put me on that list. There are a lot of there's a big ass bucket I need to fill. But anyway, I'm going to end for now because I actually feel a little better, not to mention it's almost 15. So, all right. If you lasted this long, good job. Otherwise, thanks for listening. Bye.